everyone, how are you today? It's a great day. It's a great day. It's sunny outside, a little bit chilly, you know, here in Miami. Hence why I have my little velvet sweater, half open shirt, because I'm in Miami, but I'm kind of cold. So, you know, sweater, half open, you know, real Miami type shit, you know? Anyway, good morning. How you guys doing today? I'm just coming real quick with you, to you with a video about, whoa. Where is it? Oh, here we go. The Fenty Beauty Concealer. Now, I'm just going to hop right into this concealer. So yesterday I used this concealer because, as you know, I'm not really up there with the video editing yet. So I can't do like a wear test on screen and clip and put and drop. I can't do that yet. Okay. Like I say all the time, give me some time. Okay. Right now, if my eyebrows look crazy, it's because I already did my brows. And if this looks weird to you, it's because my gray patch is coming back. I try to dye it, but she don't be liking to hide. So she'll be back soon. She's growing out. But anywho, so this is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. I paid $26 for this. I said I was going to do better when it comes to telling you guys the prices. Okay, I got to do better because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm rambling and I forget to tell you the price, or I don't remember what I paid for it. But I specifically remember $26 for this. Okay, the color that I picked up was 420. And the reason that I picked up 420, there's 0.2 fluid ounces. We're going to actually test this out against my Colourpop. My Colourpop is $6, and it is, how many ounces is the Colourpop? 0.4 ounces. Wait a minute. Okay, let me re-say that. So the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer is 0.27 fluid ounces, okay? This is $26. The Colourpop concealer, let me find another one because all the writing is kind of, let me find a new box so that I can read this properly. The Colourpop concealer is, oh, they don't have it on the box. Okay. Let me open the tube. I keep backups, okay? 0.176 ounces. So Fenty, again, is 0.27, and it's on the box. And with the Colourpop, you have to open it. It's on this, which kind of rubs off. It is come on, get it together, Rochelle. It's 0.176, okay? 0.176. So you get more in here, just a tad bit more, in my opinion. But it's $26. You get $6 here, okay? Let me move those because I'm going to do Fenty on this side, Colourpop on this side. But let me put the new one back. I'm going to be using one that I already had here, okay? Now, I chose 420 because that is the color that I use in the foundation, okay? I use 420, and it's like a nice match for me. So I got 420. The reason that I picked 420, though, is because I saw Jackie Aina's review, and she said that these were like a little bit lighter than the actual foundation. That's not true. I love you, Jackie, but that's not true. It really isn't. And it's actually the same color as the foundation. It is not lighter, so you have to buy a lighter shade if you do want to highlight your under eye, which I screwed up with. So this is going to look more like my complexion. Now, because of that, I'm going to use this Colourpop concealer that's closest to my complexion, which is the Deep Golden 60. Now, it's Deep Golden 48, if I'm not mistaken, because they changed the colors. But it doesn't matter. Forget the color. What we're going to do is test out which one is more has more coverage, which one dries down quickest, which I could kind of already tell you, but I'm going to put them side to side just to show you what they look like. Okay, so first, the reason I don't have any foundation on is because I wanted to show you that this really is my complexion. It really is. It's not anything lighter. So what I do with it is what I normally do with my matchstick, my Fenty matchstick. I normally just conceal all my little, you know, dark spots with my matchstick, but I'm going to use this today just to demonstrate how it really is your complexion, okay? It is not, do you see that? My complexion is not lighter like my honey bun Jackie said. It's definitely not lighter. It's definitely your complexion. In my opinion, I put it over here, but that's okay. We're just going to test under eye with Colourpop. Okay. Now, in my opinion, so far from like trying it out yesterday, if I were to compare it to my Colourpop, I would say that with this, even though it does have a little bit more, but as far as like just getting one swipe on my brush, on my little doe foot, I think that I can cover more area. I don't know if the doe foot's bigger. Let's look. Let's look real quick. Let's look. Also, this concealer, like, see how I have it sitting? You can have it, oh my goodness. I don't know what they did with this, but it always gets stuck in here. I don't know what that is, but okay. So let's look at the doe foot. The doe foot on the Fenty one is longer, okay? See? I'm putting them together. All right. This is the, oh, actually, yeah. So this is the Fenty, this is Colourpop. So that's probably why I get more on the actual doe foot. This is the different tubes. They're about the same size. The Fenty one is a little taller. The cap on the Colourpop is a little taller, but that really doesn't matter. I love how this looks though. It like almost exactly matches the foundation, okay? So now I'm gonna go and kind of blend out this concealer that I have on my dark spots. Okay. And I love how I blend it out and it doesn't blend away. I will say that one thing I don't like about the Colourpop, as much as I love the Colourpop, like that's all I use, if I blend it like quickly, it blends away. When I blend this quickly, like as soon as I put it on, it doesn't blend away. So normally I have to let the Colourpop one sit a little bit so it can kind of thicken up and then blend. Okay. So coverage or no, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm not going to put any foundation under my eyes because these are like really close to my skin tone, and when I used it yesterday, it felt a little bit cakey when I put the foundation and then put this on over it. I don't know if maybe I used too much or what, because I'm so accustomed to using a good amount with the Colourpop, which is a little thinner, but the coverage is really good with this. So you really don't need a whole bunch under your under eye area. Okay, so we're going to start and we're going to apply our foundation. I'm going to use my Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush that I did use yesterday. I love this brush. I have found that putting foundation on with a kabuki, a really tight kabuki like this, or just a really tight brush like the It Cosmetics kabuki brush as well, that's kind of like this, is so much better. I use so much less product. The foundation is really runny, so it's really best to use a brush because it goes a long way. I normally use 3 pumps and I cover my entire face with 3 pumps. Okay, I'm gonna be careful with my under eye area here. I don't want to cover that up. And I normally use my Colourpop with the Fenty. Fenty foundation is great. I don't think it stops the oil per se, but look how gorgeous that looks. The coverage is good. For such a thin foundation, the coverage is really good. I really like it. It's the one that I will go to, you know, no matter what. It just doesn't really hold the the oil like I would like, but it still looks really good. It feels really good on the skin. You just have to blot a lot quicker than you would have to blot with maybe like my 3-in-1 CoverGirl. That I don't have to blot till like several hours later. But with Fenty, I have to blot within a few hours, I should say. Okay. Just a little bit over the eyeballs, just a little bit. But you see, and I still have on the back of my hand, and look at that coverage. Just gonna go over. I was so excited when I saw this coming out. I was so excited. I was like, yes, now I could do like a full face. But I like Colourpop. So let's see. Let's just see. Let me just show you guys. And the price point is like $26, Colourpop 6. Really, is it really worth the switch? You know, is it really worth the switch? That's what I want to know. You know, I really want to know. I still have a little bit of foundation. I hate to waste it. So I'm just going to put just a little bit more. And no, it's not cakey because this Fenty foundation, the one thing I will say about it, it doesn't really get cakey. It doesn't get cakey. So you can kind of build on it. And you'll be okay. Okay. We're done. We're done blending. I mean, I heard a garbage truck like 20 times this morning. Like, I don't understand. I know they go up one side and come down the other, but I swear it was like 4 times ago. Anywho, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Anywho. All right, so next, the moment of what? Truth. Let me put back my foundation. Excuse me. Well, I'm gonna put down the Colourpop first because the one thing that I did notice is the Colourpop is going to, actually, I'm lying. Let me swap that. Sorry. The Fenty foundation, I mean the Fenty concealer, what I noticed is that it's, see how it's like my complexion? Jackiana said lighter, but it's really not lighter. It really isn't. It's definitely my complexion. So you do have to go lighter if you want it to be light. This is very creamy. This does not dry down right away. So you have time. You can let it, you can move with it, okay? Now, I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to use the Colourpop on my other areas because I like how this brightens a little bit better. But this doesn't dry as quick as the Colourpop. And a Colourpop, you can still let it sit for a little bit. But that Fenty, the Fenty one, you can let it sit a little bit longer. Okay. But these are both kind of, but this one just gives me a little bit more of a brightening effect, if you can see. And this is supposed to be like my complexion, but it's a little bit lighter. I thought it was going to be like this. When Jackiana said that, oh, it's a little bit lighter. It's like a tad bit lighter than the actual foundation. I was thinking like, sis. But actually, I'm going to do that real quick while I'm kind of waiting for it to dry. I'm going to swatch, okay? So this is the foundation, just so you can see where I applied it. And this is the concealer. It looks like it's lighter, but no, baby. Wait till I blend this sucker out. Wait till I blend it out and it oxidizes. You will see. It's the same old thing. No lightning effect here, boo-boo. No lightning. Okay, so now we're going to blend out. But where's my sponge? Where's my sponge? Here it is. Okay, so now we're going to blend it out, okay? I'm going to use one side for the Fenty and then the other side for the Colourpop. And then you'll see. Now, the one thing I will say as far as coverage is concerned, The coverage on both of them seem to be good, but when I blend it out, to me, the coverage on the Fenty is better than Colourpop, okay? But I'm going to blend it out just so you can see and you be the judge, all right? I love this color. It's so daytime snatch. So daytime snatched. Okay, so you can't tell on camera, but I still have a little bit of like my dark spots. And remember, I didn't put any foundation here. So I do still have a little bit of my dark spots peeking through there. Now I'm going to turn my sponge and I'm going to use this side to blend out my Fenty so that there's no anything else on there, okay? Nothing else on there. This is my Fenty side. Now, as you can see, I can't see anything under there. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. But you can see that this side is brighter than this side. This is right into my skin. This is not. It's much lighter here. Not much lighter, but it's like a shade lighter here. But as I'm blending it, I'm still blending and I'm not moving the product. You can't see any of my skin at all. None of it. Okay. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the Colourpop because I am going to be wearing this. Hopefully people don't realize I have two different colors on. But I'm just going to put just a tiny bit right here because that's where my color, my little spots are peeking through. And then we're going to apply powder, okay? And for this side, I'm going to use this little butt part because it's clean. But yeah, see, it's even kind of blending away a little bit. But it's okay. I normally let it sit and I normally put a little bit more on. But because we were testing it against the Fenty, I wanted to just do one, you know, one thin layer like you're supposed to use. Okay. All right, so now what we're gonna do is apply powder. And what I usually use is my Coty Airspun. I ran out of my favorite, which is the Beauty Bakery flour in banana. The reason that I did not get the powder yet, I should have just bought it anyway and just kept it here. But the reason that I didn't get it yet is because I really wanted to see how it performed with my Coty Airspun powder, just in case I decide I didn't want to get that powder. Or I wanted to see the difference. Like, okay, the Coty does it and makes it do this. Let me try the Fenty now and see what happens. Because too many times we use too many new products and then what happens? You don't know what's good and what's not good, you know? So just look, see if there's any creasing so far. No creasing. And I was just doing all of that and talking. Let's smile. You see? Any creasing? No creasing. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. A little bit. But as I'm blending, no blending away. Can't say the same for the Colourpop. Uh-oh, Colourpop. You're my favorite. I'm going to set that. I already know how this is going to perform. This sets and sits in place all day. Okay. So they both take the Coty Airspun well. Yesterday, what I didn't do when I put this on was check for creasing as I applied it. So it was good to see that it does kind of crease a little bit, but most concealers do it before you set it. So I wasn't surprised and it wasn't that bad. So now let's see. I have little lines, but there's no creasing. The lines that I have are natural, so, you know, but no creasing, no creasing. Now, $26, $6. What do you think? You tell me. What do you think? What do you think? Do you really think that it's worth $26, or should I stick with my $6 Colourpop? It's a little bit less, but it's only $6. Okay. It worked well with the Coty Airspun. I'm just dusting it away so we can see which one holds the powder longer. It doesn't. They both look the same. And even when I powder over the colors even still look the same. It's not like you could tell that they're both two different colors. To me, they both look the same. And I think they both look great. Oh, this is such a hard decision to make. Gosh. And I can tell you that the Fenty one performed really well. Yesterday when I wore it, you know, and I came home to take off my makeup, I always look at my makeup and inspect. Whatever eyeshadow I used was definitely, but now mind you, oh, yesterday was a good day too, because I had meetings from like 7 in the morning until I think I didn't get home till like 9, 10 o'clock that night. So yesterday was a really good day to actually try this concealer out. And I will tell you, it remained budge proof. So if you're a Fenty junkie and you don't care, you just want the Fenty concealer and you really like it, I suggest get it. It works really good. It never budged. It sat well with my cheap ass Coty Airspun powder. As you can tell, you look at both of my eyes. In my opinion, they look smooth. They both look smooth. So if you just want to use a full face of Fenty, do it, you know, and you're not necessarily on this crazy budget or anything and you can afford to buy it, I say do it, you know. The Colourpop, to me, I have to be honest, I love Fenty, but to me, the Colourpop, it did the same thing, you know. It really did perform the same. The only difference is with the Fenty, I feel you get a little bit more coverage on initial application. I have to build this up a little bit, which I don't mind. But one would think like, okay, well, if that's the case, then you probably use up your Colourpop before you did your Fenty. But let's just do the math though. Even if I did, let's say I had to use 1.5 times this in comparison to the Fenty. Now, here we go. Let's do this, okay? Let's divide. Let's see how many bottles of Colourpop I can get for the price of the Fenty, okay? So $26 divided by $6. 4 1/3 bottles of this for the price of this one. So even if I used it 1.5 times, every time I used it like one and then, you know, had to use a little bit more, and I would probably finish up. When I say one, I feel like an idiot. I'm sorry. When I say one, I mean I apply it one time and then, you know, maybe I have to add a little bit more. I still would save money buying these over these, okay? So I do think that the money is expensive. I have a good product here. It works well. It lasts as long as this does. But I like this though. So it's difficult. I would say when I'm feeling good and I'm on a splurge day, I'll buy this. No pressure. And I know that it's going to last longer because there's more in the tube and it's more, there's more coverage. So it's going to last longer. You know, it's going to last longer. You know what I mean? 4 bottles, 4 1/3 bottles longer. I don't know, but it's going to last longer, you know? So, I bought it through Sephora, of course, and I have the Rouge membership. So when it comes to shipping, let me tell you about shipping. So I ordered this with some Reward Bazaar stuff, and honey, I didn't even get this in the first shipment. They split the shipments, which Sephora never does, to me anyway, but they split the shipment and they sent me the Reward Bazaar stuff that I got first. And then the next day they shipped me this. And I was a little bit perturbed because I was afraid that I wasn't going to get this. And that they just weren't going to tell me, but I ended up getting it in a box the next day. So I was like, okay, you know, okay, I ain't mad, but you know, that was kind of I was nervous. But anyway, so like I was saying, bottom line is, it is what it is. These two perform the same. They perform the same. I have to use a little bit more of this than I do this. The coverage is great in this, but it's expensive compared to this. You have $26, you have $6. When it comes to shipping, I am a Rouge member. I can get this in 2 days. With Colourpop, it takes me about a week or so to get my stuff. It takes a while to get Colourpop. So you have to be proactive with Colourpop. You cannot walk in the store and buy this, from what I know, but you can walk in the store to buy this. So maybe that's a difference as well. So I don't know. You tell me, what would you do? You see, even though I've been sitting here purposely because I want to see so that we can both look together and see the difference. Do you see any? You let me know. What would you do? Fenty Beauty or Colourpop? I love you, Fenty Beauty. You're so beautiful. I still love my Colourpop though. Colourpop. I love my Colourpop. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, okay? And come back with for more. And I will see you later. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the video. Like, share it. And you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.